Hey, what's up guys? The Vegaslinereader going to show you an NFL secret that I use every season. And this is just one of my many systems that I use, and it has to do with against the spread points. As you can see, I have a special chart here I use week by week, showing you what teams are doing against the spread week by week. And you can see all the teams listed, and we look at when these teams hit a threshold, knowing when to buy low on teams and sell high on teams, basically treating teams like a stock. So basically, if you look, I'll show you these teams hitting the threshold. It hits at a very high rate, but I want to show you here how I'm very selective. Week 2, we can't use the system for week 1 because we can't count the against the spread points yet until week 1 has completed. So the only team that fit that threshold was the Arizona Cardinals, hit minus 17 ATS points because they got blown out to the Chiefs, showing that they're underachieving already to start the season. The public overreacts. We take the Cardinals here plus 5.5 against the public. Won that game outright. All right, so the yellow are going to be the take teams, and the red are going to be teams that we're actually going to fade. So week 3 here, this is the 2022-2023 season. If you guys want to look this stuff up, we're going to have the Bucks here. They are actually overachieving, plus 20 ATS points already on the season. I mean, they're playing a lot better than they should be on the season and getting in a very competitive game in week 3. Only a minus 1.5 favorite. We're on the opposite side of the Bucks, and if you guys don't understand what ATS points mean against the spread points, basically the Bucks, the first game of the season, they won 19-3 as a minus 3 favorite. So they basically covered the spread by 13 points. And then the second game of the season, they faced the Saints at minus 3. Facing the Saints, they won the game by 10. So that would be 7 against the spread points. So you would combine the 13 against the spread points from week 1 and the 7 plus against the spread points of week 2, meaning that the team is just overachieving. And this team was not even good. They had a weak offensive line, and this game, Mike Evans didn't even play. So now you got a team overachieving, getting in this competitive game against the Packers, only minus 1.5 spread. Packers won that game outright. All right, we skip here to week 4. I'm just going to go over this year. I have previous seasons here, as you can tell. If you want, contact me. I can show you guys these charts. All right, so week 4, we had the Saints getting plus 4. Very competitive game here. Saints minus 21 against the spread points they hit here. They actually lost 3 straight games against the spread in this situation, only getting 37% of the bets. Won that game against the spread. They lost by 3. They covered the spread, though. Happened here in week 7. We skip along here. Plus 2.5, the Saints hit. Look at, they hit the threshold, minus 20 against the spread points. They ended up losing that game. There are spots where I've been dissecting and looking back at these spots, and I noticed that Dalton was playing here, and there was a lot of injuries on defense. So there's also the human factor here where I can look into these games and say, I'm not feeling it. If certain teams that we're going to take are winning against the spread a lot, I'm not going to take that as well. So there's criteria. I have rules set up here for these spots, but I'm going to show you guys just the gist of this, showing that it does hit a lot. All right, so week 8 we jumped to, we had the Broncos plus 2.5. They're at the minus 24 threshold. Nobody trusts this team right now. Everyone's jumping on the Jaguars, who are overachieving, plus 25 against the spread points. So we got 2 teams going opposite directions. Who wins outright? We take the Broncos. No one's touching them. 33% bet. All right, skip along here. We had the Browns plus 3.5. Still week 8 here. They ended up blowing out the Bengals in this game. The Browns were minus 21 against the spread points, hitting that threshold of playing bad. And what happens? They're at home. They play well, only getting 32% of the bets. Got another spot here where he took the Colts week 9 plus 5.5. They were at the minus 33.5 threshold. And what happens? They lost that game. And this is actually one of the games that I dissected looking back. Ellinger played in that game, so I'm trying to stay away now from backup quarterbacks in these situations. So like I said, guys, I dissect this stuff year by year, and it only gets better and better because all I do is get better and better with the systems, tightening up. So week 10 here, see the Panthers against Falcons. We jumped on the Panthers because we were fading the Falcons, plus 28 ATS points. Falcons were projected to win 5 games this season, so they just got lucky with their schedule, facing teams that got injured. People don't understand this. Teams just get lucky throughout the season. So we fade the Falcons here. What happened? They lost outright easily, 25-15 score. So just scrolling down, showing you guys these examples hit throughout the season. Minus 21, we see we're jumping on the lines. Remember, they sucked the first half of the season. Second half of the season, they turned it on, won that game outright, and they actually turned their season around after that game when they won outright against the Bears. So showing you these situations, red versus yellow, hitting these large thresholds. Remember that Packers game against Cowboys. Packers won that game outright. Nobody was touching the Packers all season long. And again, these are all in competitive lines. I don't take any of those big spreads. I look for the games that I know are going to be competitive. So again, look at these games hitting throughout the season, hitting at a very high rate. So this is just one of the many systems I use. Just wanted to show you guys this so you can start betting this way, betting the smart way. Don't do what everyone else is doing. Start doing the opposite of what everyone else is doing, jumping on the teams opposite the betting public in these special spots. So if you guys like this video, I have more videos posted. You can go to my website, Vegaslinereader.com. If you want to become a VIP member, just click on packages. Football season is coming soon, and we're going to make some easy money again this year. So let's have a great football season, guys, and let's roll.